Hi guys, I am here today to show you how I make these tear-off glue notebooks, and they are really easy to make. All you need is some paper. Personally, I have used 30 sheets of 3x3 paper, so you can make these from your scrap bin, or you can cut down 12x12 sheets, which is what I have been doing. And from 5 sheets of 12x12 paper, you can get 2 notebooks with 30 sheets, and then you have 20 sheets left over, and you can use these in another set. So these I'm gonna keep for another set because there's only 20 here. I mean, you can make them however big you want, but the clamps that I'm using fit 30 sheets really well. So yeah, you're gonna need 30 sheets of paper. Any size, really. It's really up to you. I just like the square look. And you're going to need some clamps, whether it be this kind of clamp or this kind of clamp. Either of them will work fine. I'm going to be using both of them. A paintbrush to paint the glue on. And I'm using tacky glue. This is the only glue that I have actually used. The tacky glue is the only glue that I have used, and it works really well. I've made a whole bunch of these. I think I made like 8 of them. They're just really easy and really fun to make. So let's just get started. And the reason why I made these is you can use them in collage. Just rip off a sheet and use it in a collage, or you can make little clusters from these. Like you can put a cluster on here and have this be a big cluster for a pocket or something like that. You could write on the backs of them if they are single-sided. There's lots of uses for them, and I just liked making them because I thought they were adorable. So here are my 8 that I've already made, and I'm gonna make 2 more. And I've already done all the cutting ahead of time because you guys know how to cut paper. So all you have to do is get them. See, they're not perfect, they're not even. I don't know if you can tell, but some of these are a little tiny bit longer, so the 12x12 was probably just a little bit off, or I just cut a little bit off. There's nothing wrong with that. They don't have to be perfect, and they might not be perfect. But what you're going to want to do is make sure the front of yours, whatever you want on the top to be your top, is facing the bottom, so that way you can get them as flush to the top as you possibly can to get the glue stuck on there, and I think that looks pretty good. And what I do is I clamp each side towards the top, not all the way to the top, but very towards the top, so like that, and do that on the other side. And I'm gonna do both of them at one time. So there we go, there's that, and it won't move. And I'm going to get this one done. Obviously, if you have directional paper, make sure that the writing or whatever is up front. I have kind of like semi-directional paper, but I don't mind. I don't really care if it's a little bit off or upside down. And don't mind my nails. I cut the grass today and I didn't wash my hands yet. I want to get these videos done. So some of this paper didn't cut that well, but that's okay. So I just need to make sure that it's flush to the top, or right now I guess it looks like it's the bottom, and just try to get them as even as possible. And like I said, I did not cut these very well, or they were just a little bit off in the cutting, and I'm okay with that. It does not bother me. I'll use the clamps on this one just to show you. Even though I only have 2 clamps, I'm still going to be using the other clamps on the top, but they both work. Any kind of clamp would work. Paper clip might even work. I don't really know. I did not try a paper clip. Okay, so now that we have them like this, also make sure you have something that you can stand them up on once they're done being glued, so that way they can dry. So I just have this other bottle of glue that I'm not going to be using to stand them up to dry, because they do need to be upright when they dry. And now you just take your glue And again, the only glue I have tried is tacky glue, so that is the only glue that I can confirm will work. But if you would like to experiment with any glue that you might have, then go for it. And then just spread a thin little bead of glue across the top of your notebook, just like that. And use the paintbrush to cover up the entire top. Just be as careful as you can to try not to go over those papers on the front and back. Although it'll be okay if you do. Yeah, so this part is the part that actually takes the longest, is just getting the glue on the top. And a thicker bead of glue just means that it will hold better. Not super thick, but thick enough. And there you go. So now that that part is painted, you want to take another clamp. So if you're doing a 3x3, I use 4 clamps per, 2 on the sides, and then I'll put 2 on the top. And just be careful on the top. Make sure you get it so that your clamp doesn't touch your glue, or at least as best as you can. So there's that one. And then this one. Hold on one second. Sorry, I just had to yell at my cat because it was scratching at the door. But yeah, so the clamps are to hold the glue tight, to hold the paper tight. And I have my bottle of Fabrifix over here. I'm just going to put it over to the side and have this standing upright, just like that, until it's dry. And then you just take the clamps off. Now I'm going to glue my second one. Okay. And I'll get this painted on here. It's going to be a hot week here this week, so we got the window air conditioning units in the bedrooms. And they're running perfectly, which is good, so we don't have to go out and buy new ones. I got the grass cut today. Kyle got some plants potted up. We got some peppers and some different tomatoes. Different peppers, different tomatoes. And then just, yeah, put the clamps on the top. And again, this is going to go up, facing upright, like this, until it is completely dry. And then once it is dry, just take the clamps off. And you have yourself a notebook just like this. And they hold. You can see they're holding easily. They tear off great. I'll tear one from the middle, because say I want this middle piece. And it just rips off. So they work great. If you take it off and realize that some of the pieces might not have gotten stuck very well, like say this fell off when I pulled it off, then just put it in your pile and use it for the next one. That's okay. They don't have to be perfect. But that's it. And they're just so fun and easy to make. And like I said, I already made a bunch of them, and I was having a lot of fun with them, so I figured I would show you guys how I made them. So here they are. And I was just cutting up 12x12s, but if you want to use your scrap bin, then that is totally fine. Make them however you want, whatever size you want. I just think 30 is a good size, especially for this type of clamp, this small bookbinding clamp from the Dollar Tree. It holds 30 sheets very well. And yeah, that's it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you make any, I would love to see them. Just tag me in your video or a picture on Instagram or something like that. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.